Hey everyone, this is Holly, Holly Hall from AskHollyHall.com. Why is Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp down? I have some breaking news for you. I predicted this. I'm a couple of months late, but I predicted that Facebook would be down. I also predicted infiltration, which I did in September and October in my book Predictions. Also, my book 101 Answers from the Universe. AskHollyHall.com is where you can go. I'm a background education as a master astrologer, psychology, philosophy, neurolinguistic programming, been highly endorsed by Dr. Shefali, who's been on Oprah over a couple of dozen times. And I'm going to tell you the deep humanitarian, spiritual reason why this is happening. And I'm also going to tell you why this is the most exciting news that I've heard in a very long time. So let's first take a look at the humanitarian one. We, the people, stand and rise above. We will fight. The 99% will fight and rise above and bring consumerism, bring the 1% to their knees. And this is proof that we can do it. I want to thank the whistleblower on 60 Minutes. Do your due diligence. Look it up, whistleblower, 60 Minutes on October 3rd, and how she's an ex-employee of Facebook and brought this down to its knees. Why? It's under instant emergency investigation. Why Instagram? Why WhatsApp? Why Facebook? Because they're all owned by Facebook. And they're all on the same server. We're not talking about a website down. We're talking about an infrastructure, a complete server-based down all over the world globally. Now, what's amazing and wonderful and beautiful and tangibly, sensationally amazing about this event is that it's global. Everyone in the world will know about this whistleblower. Everyone in the world will know how Facebook, specifically Facebook, has been manipulating every single person on a deep psychological level. I want you to take a look at the study that was done in the early 70s. It would never be replicated right now because it would be considered unethical. But it's called the Stanford Experiment. Okay, it was when prison guards... fake prison guards and fake prisoners were put under a 2-week test in which they played their roles so accurately that they actually started having physical and mental and emotional breakdowns. 18 to 20-year-old men from the military breaking down under the pressure of a make-believe scenario through the experiment of the Stanford Experiment. And this ended after 6 days because they could see how it was damaging these young men. Do we do this now? No. Facebook has been doing this to us for years. We are fighting against each other because we believe the news, because we believe the propaganda, because we believe that humans that have more power, more authoritarian over us, are going to overpower and overthrow our freedom and our rights to make our choices for our lives. And now we know that this is not going to happen because this is only one of hundreds and thousands. And I just did the prediction like yesterday and put it up on my Facebook, Ask Holly Hall. Okay, but you're not going to see it now because it's not going to go back up, right? So I'm going to start putting it on my MeWe. I'm going to start putting all my predictions on YouTube, as I always have. You can look historically at my past predictions. And I'll start putting on my Twitter. I'm Canadian, so Twitter isn't that popular here, but hey, let's ramp it up. And on a very deep galactic, universal, spiritual level, this is a shift, a galactic shift. It's truth. This is not propaganda. We have gone into 5 extinctions. We're close to our 6th extinction. Earth will live without us. Fine. The universe will live without us. The atmosphere, the environment, the animals, the plants, everything will live without us. We cannot live without earth, without air, without water, and we are destroying it. It has to shift. It has to change. COVID was the beginning of it, of this global change, this galactic universal change. And we have been fighting it. Many of us, as you can see on social media, we've been fighting this. And how do we fight it? We fight it by fighting against each other. I don't believe you. What you're doing is wrong. You don't have a right. Everybody needs to provide protection for everybody else, right? Because why? Because the doctors say so, because science says so, because media says so, because the big brother says so, because Facebook meme said so, right? That's madness, absolute madness. So this is going to stop, and it starts here. As I said a couple days ago, I've still got all these memes predictions that I put on my computer, so I will put them up on other medias, is that, and if they go back up, it'll just be sort of a blah blah site, which is okay. It won't be as many because they're going on immediate emergency investigation. Now, we're going to take a breath here. This is a good thing, okay? This is a good thing. We don't need the control. We need to congregate with each other in the streets, in our backyards, in our homes, in our recreational centers. We need to congregate together, people to people. Vancouver just agreed to, in Fairy Lake, where they were trying to protect the trees, hundreds and hundreds of, as my daughter would call them, granola bar, tree hugger people, have been standing amongst these trees, camping amongst these trees, surviving on the bare essentials. No electricity, no water, no flowing natural water, no bathrooms, right? For almost a year or so, fighting for these trees, and they won. They won. So we, the people, we have the power. We have more power than you are giving yourself credit for. How? How to strengthen numbers. That's how. Simple math. Strengthen numbers. So, why is this happening? Whistleblower. On a human level, on an intellectual level. Why is this happening? 100% we're not sure, but I'll tell you one prediction. But 100% we're not sure. Intellectually, because it hasn't been revealed in the news, but you're going to hear it first time here, and this is from my source, my guides, etc., is that first on a human level, we don't know why it's happening, right? If it's happening, they have something to be very, very afraid of. What are they afraid of? Us. Why? Because we're 99%. And how? Because we are going to begin to protest. And they don't want us to be starting to contact each other globally through social media. But you know what? We're going to do it anyways. We're going to find a way. Look at Telegram. Look at, there's all kinds of private, look at MeWe, look at YouTube, make comments on YouTube to connect with each other. Look at your own social environment. Look at Twitter. All right. And if they really want to shut it down, they're going to shut down all of those medias as well, too. I don't think the private ones as much. And then look at 369 Media. That might be a new place to go to for connecting with each other. Don't look at things that are scary. Don't look at things that are frightening. There's a lot of conspiracy out there. There's a lot of propaganda out there. I do not believe in 80 to 90% of it. I do believe in a strong 10%. One of my best guides, I've had people laugh at me because he's a former comedian, former drug addict, now clean, is Russel Brand. Look at Russel Brand's work. He has, for the last 2 years, has been interviewing and giving the facts around news and media for over 2 years. A very prominent, professional, very logical, rational, respectable, intellectual people. All right? Extremely. Some are on the spiritual side. Most of them are on the more practical reporters and real scientists and real doctors and real nurses and etc. So, not only a week ago, he was interviewing a doctor in the UK. So this is my go-to. You can find your go-to. That's mine. A lot of people have their own individual go-tos on YouTube. YouTube has been segregating a lot of things. That's why you can go to Luminous and find Russel Brand. You can come to mine. And here, I'm on Apple. I'm on Stitchers. I'm on I'm on Google Podcast. I'm on iHeart. Okay, Holly the Clairvoyant Life Coach. Ask Holly Hall. You can find me. Now, we need this to happen. Okay, do not be afraid. Don't look things that are scary. Don't look at propaganda. We, the people, are stronger. We know we are mothers. We are sisters. We are daughters. Right? We are aunts. We are grandmas. Women will bring back balance and health and safety. And there are a ton of men that are here to back us up, that are here because they know our nurturing support that we have from Mother Earth, for one another, how we care, we love, right? And the men will back us up. And the patriarchic world will come to its knees, right? And the 80 to 90% of the patriarchal world will hold us and comfort us and support us and push us and cheer us on. All right. So we need this to happen. Don't be afraid. Watch and be very careful of who and what you decide to fill your brain. You need to raise your vibrations. Our vibrations need to be high, very high during this time, because we have the power. Namaste.